This week, we're answering your emails about all the mob stuff that we missed. Also, live in studio audience!
Netcasts you love from people you trust. This is Twit.
This episode of OMGcraft is brought to you by Hover.com. Hover is the best way to buy and manage domain names. It's simple, honest, and easy to use. For 10% off your first purchase, go to Hover.com and enter promo code OMG6. Hello and welcome to OMGcraft. I'm your host, OMGchad. This is a show that'll teach you how to become a Minecraft expert in no time. Today we are answering a bunch of emails about mobs. Mobs, if you're unaware, are the things that are alive in the game of Minecraft, like villagers and skeletons. We did an episode a while back on some of the 5 most unbelievable mob tricks, but you guys sent in a bunch of great feedback, so here is a little bit of it. First question is there any possible way to show the hitboxes around mobs? If there is, please tell me, from Jody Pony. So, Jody Pony, let me show that. So here we are, and we have found a little pig. And this does work with players. Basically, any entity, it'll work with players, pigs, skeletons, all the alive things, the mobs in Minecraft. All you have to do is hit F3, but while you're hitting F3, hold down B as well, and the hit box, B for box, shows up around the pig. This is a really easy way to find other things in your world. So if there happen to be any squids in the ocean, we should be able to see those guys pretty easily with the hitboxes around them. You can kind of see them. Oh, you know what? They're a little bit more difficult to see than I remember. But yeah, there's squids down there. They have hitboxes. And what's interesting to note is whenever you find an entity with the hitbox, you can actually punch the hitbox and still hit the entity or the mob, even though you may not be actually punching what you would believe to be the pig. So you can see there's kind of this air right over here in this corner. But if I still punch that air, it will punch the pig. That's why a hitbox is so important to use. Next question. I have wondered how to get different mob spawners. Can you tell me how? This is from Alan. And that's true. Getting a mob spawner is pretty difficult because if you just spawn one into your game, like into your hand and then place it down, it will always be a pig. So you need to use a command. So this is the command. I've written it into a command block so that you can easily read it instead of me trying to type it all out. What you need to use is set block. This is a new command. It's relatively new. It's only in the last few versions of Minecraft. And that will set the block to whatever you decide. So I've decided one block above this command block, I will make this a mob spawner, and it's going to replace the block that's there. And inside of that mob spawner, it will spawn something with the ID entity, or the entity ID of cow. So it should create a cow spawner. If I go ahead and hit this button, and voila, we have now a cow spawner, and you can see inside there's a cow instead of just a normal pig. This is wonderful. This will also work with hostile mobs like spiders, so we can do a spider. There we go. We have a spider right there. You can also do this in your own chat window if there's enough room. There is a character limit on how many things you can type into the chat down here. So if you hit that character limit with something with a lot of, like, say, tags or something like that, you can run into problems. That's why I'm using the command blocks here. And finally, I wanted to show off the giant, which is kind of fun because he kind of extends outside of the spawner. So let's break all these so we don't have too many cows and things in our world, because we still have a few things to get to. There are 3 more emails I need to get to, but first, if you have a great idea, you need to secure it with a great domain name, and Hover takes all the hassle and friction out of registering that domain name. All you have to do is search for a few keywords, and Hover will show you the best available options and suggestions. Don't add any weird dashes or articles like The Club, for example. There's now a nice new top-level domain name from Hover called .club. With the .club top-level domain name, this is great for a social group, a sports club, or even Facebook groups. So visit hover.com today, and if you want 10% off your first purchase, use our offer code OMG6. Once again, go to hover.com and use our promo code OMG6, and we thank Hover for their support of OMGcraft. Here's another mob tip, and this goes back to our episodes about not using spawn eggs. The email says, there is another mob that you can't spawn with eggs, the wither skeleton. So first, you must go into the nether, and let me show it to you. So to show this little trick off, we have a little nether portal over here in the world. So let's just jump through. And it's true, these are what wither skeletons look like, and there is no wither skeleton spawn egg. If you go into the creative inventory, you go to search and type wither, there's just the wither head, but no skeleton, wither skeleton spawn egg. So if you get just a normal skeleton egg, the way to get the wither skeleton is if you're in the nether, you place it down, there is a high chance that you will get a wither skeleton. Every once in a while, you will get a normal skeleton out of this, just like that one right there. But once you get these, if you need them in the overworld, you can push them through your portal. And in your normal overworld, here you go, you got a wither skeleton. That email was from Heath. Moving on to Bowser0501. He asked me to talk about custom summon commands so that you can summon custom mobs with special armor or special tools that have enchantments on them themselves. He offers up a really, really great website, minecraftupdates.com/summon-command, and this is wonderful. Let me show it to you. This is the website, and you can find a link to this in our show notes. This is what you are given. First, you select which mob type you want, and there's a whole bunch of different versions, or different mobs. You could choose a bat. You can give it a custom name if you want. If it is a mob that has different versions, like let's say the zombie also has a baby version, a zombie villager, a zombie baby villager, or a jockey. You can give it a weapon, so you could decide a diamond sword with an enchantment of a different level, so knockback 2, and what drop chance you want. And this goes for all the different armor. You can even choose what health, speed, attack damage, follow range, and knockback resistance each of these entities has. Once you decide what you want, you click the generate button, and it will generate the code for you to summon this. You can either put this in your chat, or if it's too long, you have to put it in a command block. I have set up a few different mobs using this. So first is Charlie. Charlie is a baby pigman. He has a enchanted golden axe, and he also has little diamond boots, and his name is Charlie, which is kind of cool. Next, I made a villager named Jacob. Jacob is super fast. I gave him super speed. And so to show off how fast Jacob can run, I made Andrew the zombie with diamond armor. Oh, I also made this hole right here that I could fall into. So Jacob has diamond armor and will attack Jacob. He also has a bow, which zombies don't normally have bows. And finally, for the last email, this was sent in by a bunch of you guys when we talked about the unbelievable mob tricks. And that is that if you name a sheep Jeb _, one of the main coders of Minecraft, he will become this crazy rainbow sheep, showing off all sorts of different colors, so I wanted to show that off. I've also used the summon commands from the previous trick, so they only have half a heart, and every time they die, they give me this diamond sword here with a looting ability. All of these have looting 3 of them, on them, and there's a 100% chance that it will drop that looting sword. And that's it for our wonderful email feedback about mobs. If you'd like to send us some feedback or tips or suggestions, feel free to email me at mail@omgcraft.com. If you'd like to subscribe to the show, that's at youtube.com/omgcraft or twit.tv/omgcraft. Thanks so much for watching this episode. See you next time. Bye!